Now, made by Meridian, a new series, Ambulance.
This is the city covered by the crews of Portsmouth Maine Ambulance Station. Whether or not they know it, 300,000 people are in their care.
I tend to wipe death out of my mind in most cases. I always think of the people left behind. And any day like Christmas Day, whatever day it's special in the calendar and somebody dies, it's there every year to remind you. It never goes away. If it's just an ordinary day of the week, I think you can stick it in a corner and get by. But something like Christmas Day, when everyone's having fun, and you think, well, they should have been here, and they're not. And I think to anybody, that is hurtful.
Some 60 men and women provide Portsmouth with an ambulance service. They answer 500 emergency calls every month from the city, from the nearby M27, from pubs and clubs, and from neighbouring Southsea.
Well, what we got? Where is it exactly? Over here? Oh, up over here. One under the front door, look at that. I'll have to go around this one.
Are you allowed a little sweet? There we are then. Now, you said a magic word, didn't you? You said thank you, so there's another little sweet.
If Christmas is a time for celebration, it's also a time for memories.
Emergency, emergency, Southsea. Medi-mobile, Southsea, emergency, coming there.
I think about 6-8 years ago, we were called to assist another crew on the M27. I think it was a French family that had come over, husband, wife and 2 children. And the family had been wiped out. The lorry had come from one motorway onto the other, from one carriageway onto the other carriageway. And when we got there, the thing that I remember, the sadness and the sorrow, it's another job to a certain extent, and you must always try and do your best. But certain things stick in your mind, and what stuck in my mind with this one was when we looked around, there was Christmas presents all across the motorway.
Now I've got a 13 Shagway Rise. Oh. Was it young babe, is it? Yeah, it's a young babe, it dropped on its head. Okay. Alright, you're going to get slippery?
I like Christmas duties because I like the hype. Really, if I'm honest with you.
Oh, how about that then? Ships on the night.
I like the blue light situation. I like the emergency work. I get quite excited even after 14 years if I turn the sirens on.
Just in the back, you tell me exactly what's happened, and we'll have a look at those at the same time, eh? Your mum, eh? Take a seat, come. Nasty bump you got there, isn't it? Yeah, so you tell me all about it. Right, Mum. What we'll do, just for your peace of mind, okay, we'll take him up to casualty, get another look at, all right? I'm sure he's going to be all right. Babies are very good at dropping, they bounce quite well, all right? But we'll take him up just to make sure everything's okay, all right? How old is Jamie?
11 months.
11 months. Hello, Jamie. I've got one 11.
11 months?
I've got one 11 months.
3 days before Christmas, and Portsmouth, Maine hold their annual party.
I was in the army. I come out of the army and I took the choice. I'd go back into uniform. Got the application through for the ambulance service. I'll have a go at this. This job's got everything that you could want. The hours are long, and our rota is diabolical in my opinion. But I love the job. There's good working relationships. When you're out on the road, you've got no management. Your decision is your own. You've got you and your mate. Once you're out on that job, whatever decision you make, life, death, or anything you decide to do, you've got to live with it, and that's good.
Well, I was a traffic warden before this, and I used to have a coffee stop at an ambulance station. A couple of lads there got me interested in it. That was a long time ago now.
How long ago?
17 years. Perhaps more from a woman's point of view, we sort of deal with home life and work, and we have to sort of do so many things that it can be a heavier job from a woman, not just purely in the lifting side of things, but generally speaking emotional in every way.
So how do you handle that?
Well, have a few drinks in the evening, I suppose.
It's 12 years ago. I used to work in the dockyard, but the shipbuilding industry was going downhill, and I've always wanted to do something that was to do with the health service, if you see what I mean, and decided to join the ambulance service. I was a bit dubious at first because I didn't think I'd be able to take some of the scenes that I might come across, but obviously in the end it's been the best move I've made in my life, really. But as you go through the years, you start to, you're a lot calmer. You know, you feel that you can handle anything that's put in front of you, and it's all experience, really. And I don't get that feeling of big adrenaline flow anymore. I still enjoy the job, don't get me wrong, but I mean, it's not there anymore where I'm on edge, or you know, I'm frightened of what I might see or what I might come up against, because it doesn't frighten me anymore.
Leading ambulanceman Ron Lilly is out on the road with newcomer Chris Tate. Fresh out of college, Tate has been at Portsmouth 2 days.
Right, okay. All right.
A cyclist has been knocked off his bike. He's injured somewhere down this alley. Ron Lilly goes in search of his patient.
If you stand by, I'll keep you posted, let you know exactly where the lad is.
Chris Tate will drive to meet him at the other end.
I mean, the first 999 I went on yesterday. As it turned out, we weren't required. But it is very daunting to go from sort of like the classroom environment where you know the patients aren't real and the injuries aren't real, and then going out on the road the following week and knowing that the patients are real and the injuries are real.
Are you a little bit frightened?
Yes. Very frightened, actually. Should have seen me yesterday morning.
I hit the deck, that's the last of it. I went
That's the
there
last you
cold.
can recall. And you came along, sir?
I came along, obviously, and saw the bike, and he was underneath the bike.
He was underneath the bike.
And he was out cold then.
He wasn't talking to you at all?
No, well, only when I prodded him.
Where's most of this come from? Your face, is it?
My face,
Yeah. Just give us a smile for a minute. Marvellous. Right. OK. Put your head forward a second. Did they just start laying into you? Was that the impression you got?
That was it.
Yeah?
All they did was knock me off my bike.
Right.
I hit the deck, and that was it.
Let's try and get you up, because you're on the damp grass at the moment. Do you think you could stand?
Yeah.
Let's give it a whirl, see what happens. We don't want no more damage to be done. So if you don't think you can make it, don't bother, all right?
Well, I actually did stand up earlier. I felt a bit dizzy. But...
Right, OK, well, let's just take it nice and gently. If you feel dizzy, we'll sit you back down, all right? Nice and gently. Ready? Yo.
What's your name?
Ron.
Hello, Ron.
How do you do? All right? Do you think we could start strolling up the path there and meet the lads, get you in a warm ambulance?
Walked away from the pub. I'm not going to have too many boys.
Where have you been socialising then this afternoon?
Well, it was the last day we went over the order of bird in hand.
Bird in hand?
Aside from writing.
Let's give it its colour. You can always smell most of it.
Christmas dinner for the crews on duty will be a prawn curry cooked by one of their colleagues, Phil Warren.
I'm lucky. I'm not on till now till January the 4th. I've put in for some leave. So I've got no worries now till January the 4th. Because the lads are all working tomorrow. It can either be an easy day for them or it can be an hard day. And me, I appreciate what the boys are doing. It's them that's got to work Christmas Day. And it's my way of saying, well, they're my mates, so I don't mind taking a million for them.
We'd like to take you down to Queen Alexandra Hospital at Cosham and get you cleaned up a bit, Robin. Is that all right?
Oh, I'd like to be cleaned up now.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have the right equipment to do that. It'll probably need stitching as well, to be truthful. So you don't want to go and eat your Christmas dinner with a hole in your lip, do you? Eh? You stick with us.
You haven't tasted my Christmas dinner.
You stick with us, you'll be all right.
She went to a stable in Bethlehem.
This is Sean Balfe, paramedic. Ladies and gentlemen, hits from the past. That's how Christmas began, by the Weaver's Green.
Sing to me, Daddy. What did you do when you was a pop star, Daddy?
That's the curry we done yesterday. You'll have to put the rods in the microwave. Keep on, yeah.
Wasn't that fun?
Can you sign a copy for me?
I can sign 6,000 copies. I've got them in the garage.
How long ago did you actually record that?
That was recorded...
37.
What, 1837?
That was recorded, that should say on here actually, shouldn't it? 67, 68, 74? Oh, as old as that. That's quite some time ago.
Got enough for everybody. And it smells and it tastes lovely.
We used to travel around doing the clubs, cabaret, nightclubs all over England and Wales and Scotland and the continent. And all the American bases in Germany and, you know, good fun.
While their colleagues wait at the station for a call, Keith Lloyd and Julie Cope find time to visit the team at the St Mary's maternity unit.
I've got no family, I've got no children, but the other guys on the station, you know, it's such a shame. My mate, he's got a 3-year-old little daughter. He won't be there Christmas night to hang the stocking up because he's here. Come on, just come in there, come on. Come on, get hold of this one. Where's your hat? You can't say to your family, to your wife, I'll finish at 3, have a meal ready for me, I'll be home. Because you may get that call that comes at 20 to 3. If it's a sudden death, you're going to be tied up for an hour and a half. If it's a heart attack, you could be tied up for 2 hours. You never know. So it's almost like marrying someone that's in the forces that have to go away. You have a lot of faith in each other and trust in each other.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Cheers.
Keith Lloyd's wife, Linda, is a ward sister here in the maternity unit. She's also on Christmas duty.
Bedhampton, please, 336. Emergency details coming on.
Bedhampton.
3 babies were born at St Mary's on Christmas morning.
Nearly £6. So she's very small.
And what do you call it?
Sally. Little Sally. First baby of the year for Christmas.
Your first?
Yes, first. Yeah.
It's Christmas afternoon and Sandy Powell and Bob Parham have been called to a fire in a block of flats.
You didn't breathe any smoke in? What about you, my dear? No? No. So just you two then, eh? Right, just with you. Push you through with the oxygen first. Have you got any burning in your lungs?
Not really, no.
No, neither of you. You feel dizzy though, do you?
I felt a bit dizzy when I was like up there, but
yeah.
I'm all right now.
And it was a foam couch that went up in flames?
Yeah, steady, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, the back of it. So. Would you agree to coming up to QA just for a check-up? Because you've... What you've done, actually, you've inhaled noxious fumes from the foam in the couch. And what caused the fire then?
I don't honestly know. I was laid on the settee.
Kids
I
came
fell
running
asleep.
to me,
Next minute,
screaming, saying that there's fire, smoke. I jumped out of bed. My bedroom was full of smoke, and the whole of the flat was just full of smoke.
Yeah, I smoke.
back of the settee was alight.
And I ran in the front room, and he was on the settee, and all I could see was all the back of it alight.
So you were lying on the settee. Do you smoke?
I do.
Yeah, you went to sleep while you had a cigarette.
No,
didn't you?
I honestly don't think I did, to be honest with you.
You did, Daddy.
Him?
Yeah, I've got a feeling he might have popped hold of the lighter.
He's tried it before.
Yeah, it's very dangerous, isn't it, for children to play with fire? You mustn't play with lighters and matches. You could go up in flames. You could have been in real trouble today. Oh, I'm not telling you off. I'm only advising you.
It's all right.
It's frightened him anyway.
That's your settee, look.
That's what happened to it. That's the couch.
That's why you shouldn't play with matches, isn't it?
Oh.
Eh?
Is it fun?
We never played with the movie. Wait, is that your sofa?
What's left of it, yes.
Daddy, are you alright?
Yeah, Daddy's alright. Daddy's alright.
Were you frightened then?
Yeah, we shivering.
Yeah?
Daddy's alright.
Oh, Mummy.
They're no good now. They all got calmed down.
Leave it till tomorrow, love. Leave it till tomorrow. You're only upset. Hey? Oh, that's all it is. She's upset.
Hello. Good boy. Good boy.
We have to get that one.
At the ambulance station, some have eaten the Christmas curry. Others are expecting a late lunch to be brought in by their wives.
Your missus has been in, Dick.
Oh, good. Look at this. I used to remember the fish. Oh, Dicker, love, Chrissy and Mama. That's right, isn't it? Dicker, here's your... good stuff. Wake me up when you get in.
Oh, yeah.
Know what that means, then? Yeah, well, it's Christmas Day, isn't it?
It's Christmas, yeah. Think you got a little...
That is having me on. That's her writing. I know Chrissy's writing. And she's done that. No, she has. She wouldn't have done that to me. Or maybe she has.
Must admit, didn't think it was a great deal for a growing lad, but...
She put your arms in the oven. Christmas pudding, I think. Bring that in then. Bring that in.
Somewhere in it. Hidden it somewhere. Ah, now that looks a bit more like it. That is it. That's a bit better, isn't it? Yeah. I know that's mine because that's the place we've got at home. So.
What seems to be the problem, sir?
She went to get up off her couch. She got up, she got a stick, she got an arthritic knee. She happened to be, she was okay for getting up and walking to the toilet, which is there up this passage, and the children came running through and she tried to
avoid them.
Well, you know, I mean, slightly, she went over and went backwards and she went on her hip. I felt down there and I felt a lump out there and it's soft there and hard there. Here, it's quite smooth right through.
Right, let's have a look at the...
That's the right hand side, by the way.
Right.
Pop inside. Right hand.
I went down wallop.
You went down wallop?
Yeah.
Where? On your back?
Yeah.
And it's more or less your hip that hurts, is it?
Well,
Is it? All over? Did you hurt yourself anywhere else? Did you knock your head at all?
No.
You didn't? No pain in your neck?
No.
No? Can you lift your arms up for me? You suffer from a bit of arthritis, do you?
Yes.
Yeah? Apart from your leg, then, you don't hurt anywhere else?
No.
No? Not at all. Can you lift this one up? Can you lift that one up? Marvellous. Do you think you could do the same with that one? No. No. Fine. Well, that's good enough for me to say that we're going to have to take a little visit up to Queen Alexandra Hospital, up at Cosham, and we're going to have to let Doctor have a look, see what the damage is. All right?
Are you going now, are you? I suppose you are.
Collect a doggy bag, you carry on. We'll get Dorothy.
You want a sausage before you go?
No, we're all right. Anymore, we're first.
He won't harm you.
No, honestly. Okay, when you're ready then. 1, 2, 3.
Oh. All right.
To Dorothy Jones. Dorothy took a fall at home in the hallway.
Come, Pete. CCU QA. Where am I? Okay, 303. Very well.
3's a cookie.
Yeah.
Doctor's 999 CCU QA. 56 job, where am I?
Where am I? Choose present. Okie dokie.
Alan Cook has to take heart patient Joe Higgins to the coronary care unit at Queen Alexandra Hospital.
Take it out there. Ah, no, that's that.
How long ago?
May.
In May? Right, have you had any other problems with it since?
I've always had problems. Yeah, the doctor, my own doctor gave me... Pulmonar. You know, the inhaler. What's that for, man?
You still got the pain, have you?
It's terrible.
Is that? Oh, dear. Right, sir. I'm going to put a little needle into your arm. You don't mind at all, do you? Okay.
It's only so we can look after you there.
Right, sharp scratch. Oh, try not to move for me. All right, try not to move, sir. Sorry.
I can't help it.
Yeah, I know. That's it, it's done. Whereabouts in Scotland do you come from?
You know where.
Glasgow. That accent or something.
I come from the west.
Pardon?
I come from the west. The west of Scotland, you know.
The west of Scotland?
Yeah.
Glasgow.
Outside of Glasgow.
Whereabouts? Paisley?
Here, that's that. You've put that right in the head.
My father was born in Paisley.
Was he?
Yeah.
Where?
He was just born in Paisley itself.
What's his name?
Cook.
Joe.
That's
Hello, Joe.
That's my dad's brother.
Oh, my God.
That's my dad's brother, Joe.
It's a small world, eh?
It is, isn't it? Hello, Judy. Merry Christmas, Merry Swinner. Mr. Higgins. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
This is Mr. Higgins.
This job, more than anything, has done me a power of good for 1,001 reasons. The material things in life mean nothing anymore. You can have a house, you can have a home, you can have a big bank account, big car, and all of a sudden, bang, you've gone down. You've either had a stroke, you've been hit by a car, a drunken motorist, 1,001 things. It can be taken away from you in an instant.
Yes, we're doing your striptease now. You'd be...
Come on, good company there.
That's right.
There we are.
Like one of the chipmunks, is it, or something, they call them? Chippendales.
Hey, I hope you're not. I hope you're watching the point.
You put your arms across your
your
chest.
tummy, Joe.
That's it. That's it.
Arms across your tummy. Relax
Lean
back.
Lift your knees up a little bit.
We've all lost too many on this job. We've all seen too much death.
There you are, Joe.
All right. I'll get better soon then.
All right, mate.
Thank you.
Nice relax.
We don't look like that. You look at the jubilation side, forget the losses, look on the good sides. When something good happens, feel good about it. But the other side, just forget, get on. And hope the next time you have a better luck, and then you can celebrate.
Joe Higgins was discharged from the coronary care unit after observation and went home the next day. Baby Jamie was kept overnight with a suspected fractured skull. Robin Boyle was allowed home later the same night. Dorothy Jones broke her hip. She'll need 2 weeks' care in hospital.
If, after watching Ambulance, you want to know more about first aid, we've prepared a list of some of the courses available in the Meridian area. If you'd like a copy, please write to Ambulance, Meridian Television, Southampton, SO9 5HZ. That's Ambulance, Meridian Television.